Have you ever found yourself stuck trying to figure out where your newly created archive is after running a command? It can be really frustrating, especially when you're trying to move forward with your project. If that sounds like you, stick around because today, we're going to solve the mystery of finding the path of your newly created archive using Xcode. I totally get it. You run the command, and then you're left wondering, where did it go? You're not alone in this. Many developers face this issue when using Xcode's command line tools, and it can really throw a wrench in your workflow. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, when I archive from the command line using Xcodebuild archive, how can I get the path to the newly created archive? They also mentioned that defining an archive path makes it difficult for Organizer to locate the archive. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So what's going on here? When you run the Xcodebuild archive command, it creates an archive file, but the default behavior doesn't always show you where that file is saved. Understanding this can help streamline your workflow and make your development process smoother. And don't go anywhere. I have a great tip at the end that will help you manage your archives more effectively. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. To begin solving this issue, the user should first run the Xcodebuild archive command with the appropriate options. This command will create the archive and provide a path to it. After executing the archive command, the user can check the output in the terminal. The output will typically include a message indicating where the archive has been created. Next, if the user wants to automate the process, they can use a command to capture the archive path directly from the terminal output. This can be done using a script. Finally, once the user has the archive path, they can proceed to use it with the export command. This allows them to create an ad hoc distribution from the newly created archive. Fun fact, did you know that the first version of Xcode was released in 2003? It has come a long way since then, making development easier and more efficient for all of us. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests using the archive path variable, which is available in archive post-action scripts. However, they note that this variable gives a generic path that doesn't include date or time details. Instead, they recommend using archive products path. For a more accurate path, you can define real archive path by using the command real archive path equals the directory name of archive products path. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution provided by a user involves using Python to determine the current archive path for your builds. They suggest that the default archives path is located in your user library under Developer, specifically in the Archives folder. The provided Python code checks if this directory exists and creates a new folder for today's date if it doesn't. Here's the tip I promised. Always keep track of your archive paths by using a consistent naming convention and directory structure. This will save you time and headaches in the long run. And there you have it. You now know how to find the path of your newly created archive in Xcode. Remember, keeping your archives organized is key to a smooth development process. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips, and don't forget to check out our next video for more Xcode tricks.